Hello, mic check 1 2 1 2. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Mic check 1 2. Hello. Welcome once more. Welcome. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of CLJ Media Live on YouTube and Facebook. And welcome to today's edition of the World Cup, wherein we have Nigeria playing against Australia. Australia is one of the host nation, and today they're going to be playing against one of Africa's best female international team, which is the great Falcons of Nigeria. Today is going to be a very interesting match because today we are going to see where Nigeria is supposed to win this match. This is a must-win match for Nigeria because they have to qualify from this group. As we know, um, Ireland is now out of it because they've been knocked out of the competition, so they've only got they've not won a game, and this is the first time that they've qualified to participate in the World Cup. Nigeria has been on the World Cup several times, but today they are also meeting against another World Cup giant, Australia. And Australia have a home advantage today because they're playing at home and they are one of the host nation. As you can see, it's a full house, packed stadium. Everybody is anxiously waiting to see the outcome of this. Nigeria has gone back to their 4-3-3 position of play. So they're playing 4-3-3 today. They've got two remarkable strikers that are on the pitch, and today is going to be another interesting day for Nigerian female football. As we all know, they have struggled a bit and they haven't been compact coming into this tournament. And as you can see, they've drew their first match against Canada, and today they are playing against the host nation, Australia, who I will say also is missing some vital key players on their team and also haven't been in great form at all within the past couple of year. I would say their first match was not that convincing, and we are hoping to see what is going to happen in today's match. As we all know, Nigeria also hasn't been playing that well, but they have been able to defend their ground so far. So the kickoff is just about to start, and I'm just trying to share, and please share if you can on your platform so that people will be able to listen to the commentary as we are going to kickstart the second match of the Falcons, which is going to be is now on the way. Nigeria is playing with their away kits green, and Australia is playing with their home regular yellow and black. So it's going to be an interesting match to watch. And as we all know, this game has proven to be possibly one of the toughest. The reason why I'm saying that is because we've seen the likes of African teams being knocked out already. Zambia has gone. We're now waiting for Morocco to see if they can win their next match. Um, South Africa too, not yet. We're still waiting for them to see if they can win their next match. Nigeria is playing a decisive match this morning against Australia, and it's just about 49 seconds, and Australia have got their first corner, which is going to be taken now. We have key few names today. We have the great player with the purple hair. Is it purple hair style? So it's going to be a challenge. We're going to see exactly what is going to happen in today's match. As we all know, um, Nigeria has brought in slightly a new team. Few changes has been made, especially because of this particular match. The corner has been taken and is being driven out of the 18-yard box. Australia is now in possession. They are knocking the ball around. This is going for a throw to Nigeria at the top corner flank of their right, close to their goal line. And you can now see Tony Gustafsson, who is the head coach of Australia, going through his iPad to see exactly what the statistics is all about now. It's early days yet, so you cannot really determine what is going to happen. As we all know, these two teams have to prove themselves, especially for Nigeria. So today I'm in my all green, going for the Falcons and see exactly what they're going to do. The ball is in their half and they're knocking it around. And like I said earlier on, we've got a couple of few names who are on the side today, and they are going to prove their words to the team. So definitely this is not going to be an easy match for Nigeria. As you can see now, they are trying to defend. It's just about 2 minutes gone in the first half, and a cross is going to be taken right into the half of the Nigerian 18-yard box and saved by the Nigerian defender. Nigeria haven't been able to be composed that much. The game has just started, so we cannot say much really at the moment. Australia is attacking from the left flank. The ball is being passed over to an Australian midfielder. And there they go again to have another go of the attack. Is it going to be a cross into the 18-yard box of Nigeria? No, not yet. Yes, the cross has come in and saved by the goalkeeper, who is currently the assistant captain. She has done well so far, and she has a great. That was a missed pass by the goalkeeper, and Australia is in possession now, defended well by Nigeria. And there we go for the first attack of the Nigerian strikers, crossed in front of her. A try has been given to Nigeria in the half of the Australian defense. This is going to be an interesting match today. And whilst we're watching, I'll be taking my coffee break as we go along. So please pardon me. Today is Thursday morning. It's just 11:05 UK time. And Nigeria is going to be taking their first throw in the half of the Australian defense. Throw is quickly being taken. And yes, a cross is driven into the 18-yard box of Australia. And it was defended well, headed out by the Australian defense. And Nigeria is still in possession. They're building it all the way from the back, and they're taking it back again into Australia's half. A cross has been mispassed and still in control. Nigeria is still in the half of Australia, and they're knocking the ball around so that they will have the confidence to build the attack and take it once more to the Australian defense. This is going to be an interesting match today, and both teams are in control so far. Much damage hasn't been caused by both teams, and Nigeria seems to be very comfortable in knocking the ball around. A throw has been given to Nigeria, just closer to their half, and as we see the Nigerian coach watching, anxiously waiting to see exactly what is going to happen with today's match. There's been few controversies about him, and he's an American, and he's been with the team for quite some time now, and he knows the potential of all the players that are on the pitch right now. We have Rashida on pitch today, and definitely she's going to prove her worth because she wasn't on the starting lineup for the last game, and today we see her on the lineup, and we expect something spectacular to happen. A cross is being taken right into the 6-yard box of the Australian defense and cleared out by the Australian, and Australia is now in possession as they're building another attack against Nigeria Falcons. Saved by a Nigeria defender. Well done. And Nigeria is very confident with this match so far. I think they've been in control and they are not scared of taking on the Australians. The Aussie has always been a dynamic side, and Rashida has been knocked out. And I think she's going to prove her worth today, which is no doubt. She was the highest goal scorer for the WAFCON tournament. And today she's going to prove her worth. Even though they did not defend their title, but they did perform very well to maintain their sanity. They were knocked out by the host nation Morocco, and Rashidat became the highest goal scorer in the tournament by scoring 3 goals. So far, so good. The goal, a long driving pass being taken by Australia and defended well by Nigeria. Nigeria is very composed at the defense. They are not in any hurry. They are taking their time to knock the ball around. It's just 7 minutes gone, and today Nigeria is going to play for their own sanity to make sure that they win this match. This is a must-win match by Nigeria. They don't have any choice but to win it. So that is where we are right now. We're trying to see how best Nigeria can perform to the best of their ability, and a throw is being given to Nigeria, which is going to be taken not by Rashida. No, what's the referee saying now? A long throw is being taken towards Rashida and defended well by Australia. And there you go. Australia has the ball right now, and they're knocking it around in their own half with a cross right across the pitch. Square ball. Sometimes it's dangerous. And that is exactly what has happened. The formation has slightly changed today for the Nigerian attack, or for the Nigerian team. It's normally They normally have 5 midfielders with one attacker, and the wing backs are always in possession to build the attack with the midfielders. But it's not the same today. Today we have a different formation for the Nigerian national team, as we have an attack being made close to the 18-yard box of the Australian defense, cleared away by the Australian defender. Where is the number 21 jersey? That saves the day for Australia. Nigeria having a throw, and Nigeria still in possession of the ball, and they're knocking it around in the Australian half. Again, they are very close into this attack. 18-yard box of Australia. Oh, a cross has just been taken right across the pitch to the other end. Unfortunately, there was nobody on the other side to either tap in or just headed it into the Australian goal. That was a close call. First attempt for Nigeria, but not on target. We get to see what is going to be the scoreline for this particular match, as we've seen one or two chances being made by Nigeria so far, but not yet hit the target. I can tell the situation is tense for every individual on the pitch right now. But that is just about it. Changes will definitely occur as we move on. So this is the second match being played by the Nigerian national female national team, the Falcons, and we yet to see any goals being scored by them for the tournament so far. They have defended well. That's a nice play by Australian midfielder, and they're now attacking from the right flank from my side. A cross is being taken right into the Nigerian half, cleared out by the Nigerian defense, and Australia is still in possession. So far, the first 10 minutes of the first half is gone, and we're still nil-nil. And if you're watching Australia versus Nigeria in the Women's World Cup in Australia, who is one of the host nations for this tournament. The ball is being knocked around by the Aussies, and they are taking their time to build the attack. They're knocking it back to the defense, and they're building it back from the defense to the midfield as Nigeria composed and waiting anxiously. It's a very interesting match. Like I said earlier on, the ball being driven right into the right flank of the Australian midfield, taking again across to the other side of the pitch, and I think he's going to make a hit. Yes, headed out by the Nigerian defender. The ball's still in the half of Nigeria. Oh, that's a kick to the head, and I think it's a goal. Is a corner kick awarded to Australia. Yep, this is going to be an interesting match so far today. And we've just seen Plumtree being hit with the ball. Ashley was hit on the head, but I think she's fine. Well done, Ashley. So a corner kick has been awarded to Australia after that ball being hit on Ashley's head, and Ashley has quickly recovered. That's the Leicester lad, not Leicester lad, Leicester laddie. Corner kick has been headed out straight out of the 6 yard box by Rashida. Yep, it is. And we are still watching and looking at what is going to happen for this particular match today. The goalkeeper has been prolific so far in the first match, and definitely she's here to save the day again for the Falcons. A corner kick has been taken, headed out by the Nigerian defense, still in possession with Australia is going to drive another cross into the saved by the goalkeeper. Like I said, the goalkeeper has been remarkable and she won man of the match in the last game that they had. And today she is proving her worth as well. No doubt why she's been given the assistant captainship. That's a nice save by the goalkeeper, and as a nice drive again by the Australian wing back. Another corner is being awarded to Australia as they've got like 3 corners now within the past 3 minutes. A corner is being taken, driven this time around away from the 6 yard box and hit hard by the Australian and defended well by Rashida, who takes her time to clear the ball out of their 18-yard box as the ball comes all the way down to the Australian goalkeeper and they're starting it all over again. Nigeria has defended very well so far, and I think they have the confidence to do so. I don't know the reason behind it, but it looks like they've built their confidence from their last match, and they're seeing it possible, not to be knocked out of this tournament just like that. But this is a must-win game for them. It doesn't really matter what happened; they have to win this game. They cannot afford to draw or lose this match to Australia. Otherwise, they will be sent home. They will be automatically sent home if they lost this match or if they're not going to win it. Well done, Rashida. It's a long pass being taken, and still Nigeria is in control. And the confidence of the Nigerian team is high, and you can tell the difference with the way the other African countries have been playing so far. Um, I can now see the reason why experience counts in this tournament because you can tell that Nigeria has been involved in this tournament for quite some time and they have very well experienced players who are involved in this match. A foul is being given towards Nigeria as we have Rashida on the floor. Yep, this is going to be an interesting match to watch as we can now see Nigeria is doing very well so far and they are knocking the ball around across a deep cross into the Australian corner kick being awarded to Nigeria as we now wait to see the outcome of the corner being awarded to Nigeria. Corner is going to be taken, and we're waiting to see. We have Nigerian defense coming in to attack the corner, and we have about 6 Nigerian players in the Australian 6 yard box. Whilst we have Rashida running around in front of the Australian defenders just to create a distraction. And the corner kick has been taken quickly, headed into still in the 6 yard box of the Australian defense. And Nigeria is trying to flip the ball back into the Australian, still in there, still struggling, and a clear out of the ball into the Nigerian half. And the goalkeeper is yet to receive a back pass and put the ball under control. This goalkeeper has been proven to be the pillar of the team. She builds the defense and she builds the attack, and she doesn't really pop the ball right into the 18-yard box or into the midfield. She has control of it. She likes to knock it around. She builds the game, which is what the new football DNA game is all about right now, is to start the defense or start the attack from the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper should have comforts in knocking the ball around, comfortable with the ball. Nigeria is on the attack again. 4v4, a cross being taken. Whoa, sleep. That's a sleep by the Nigerian number 12, who is just disappointed with herself because she just sleeps over. And that could have been another chance. Just 17 minutes gone of the first half, and we're still nil-nil down. Australia is playing against Nigeria, against the host nation, and against one of Africa's greatest football team. As we all know, the Nigeria that we see today has been improved. The difference is most of the players are playing professional football in Europe, in America, and we have one that is a star player for Atletico Madrid, who is Rashida at the moment. Another chance for the Uzi, now defended well by Nigeria and knocking around in confidence. Yes, the game is interesting so far. We've seen Nigeria not struggling that much to knock the ball around, even if a drive. Oh, that's a nice drive being taken by the Australian, and it goes right across the second post. And that was a chance. That was a chance being taken. It's a good drive, but it's not even inches away. It's far away from the Australian. So the game so far, very interesting. I just saw something on the kits. On the kit of the national team players, they have two flags of their country and the opposition that they are playing. Interesting. So that is a true memorabilia of the match souvenir. A cross being taken into the Australian Nigerian defense and defended well by Nigeria. Again, Nigeria is confident, but I think they have to be very mindful for mistakes not to be made. The reason why they have to be mindful for mistakes not to be made is only because you don't take chances at this. That's a nice cross, but too hard. If you're just watching us, please share, and you're watching CRJ Media Live on YouTube and Facebook. Sorry, Mr. Ali, we won't be able to show the match. We're just going to be talking about it so that people will be able to understand exactly what is happening. It's a very interesting match so far, and Nigeria has been defending very well. A yellow card has been awarded against a Nigerian player for a tackle. Is that tackle enough for somebody to be yellow carded? Let's see the replay. Because these are crucial times. That's a Nigerian defender, Aluzi, who is likely the woman that is interested in cancer. I think she's studying cancer or cancer care. And no, that should not be a foul. I don't think that should be a yellow card decision. It is likely unlikely for that decision to be made against her because both players missed the ball and the Australian player fall over Aluzi. Maybe that yellow card will be contested. I'm trying to see today if I'll be able to get a couple of people on the phone, maybe just to talk about it a little bit and talk about the Sierra Leone female football. But I'll see if that is possible. I'll try and make a couple of phone calls to one or two people who might be possibly at work, as today is Thursday, and we still have the Nigerian team talking to each other trying to compose themselves again, as this has been another challenging incident for the team. It's not a struggle so far. I think the coach should be a little bit relaxed, not to worry that much. Because if Randy becomes a worried individual, then definitely we would have seen him in a different light. But so far, he seems relaxed, and we've just seen a cross section of the Australian fans as they are in full blown today as they are playing as host nation against one of Africa's best, Nigeria, the Falcons of Nigeria. They're checking the state of mind of the player by the pitch side doctor, who I think is convincing enough for the player to restart and continue the match. Yep, I think she's fine. I think she's fine. I'm not 110% sure, but I think she looks good so far. I think the game will have to carry on with her. The referee is asking them to do that outside the pitch because she wants to carry on with the match, which I think is also important for everyone to understand that. I think it's a tackle or knock on her own while she was running, which seems to be a little bit concerning to the manager. And I don't know how they're going to change things with that. But so far, so good. We've seen we've seen a huge amount of support from the Australian crowd, and Vine is making her way out of the pitch so that the game will carry on. Is she gonna be back in? I think so. It's been very interesting so far. Nigeria is defending a free kick. Set pieces has been the challenge, like I said earlier on. Oh no, it's a header by the Australian striker, and it goes straight across over the crossbar. And Nigeria is being awarded a goal kick, which is going. This is a free kick set piece that other countries has been struggling with, and Nigeria has defended it so well, and they are still well composed, well composed. So thank you very much if you're watching wherever you are. That's a long square ball by the Nigerian wingback, and they've lost it to Australia again, and Australia has been in possession for the past 2 minutes, and Nigeria is yet to gain possession. Over the past 10 minutes, 24 minutes gone of the first half, we still have another 20 minutes to play to end the first half, and we're still having no goals being scored by both countries. As a strong pass being given to the Australian wingback number 7, and definitely she was not able to put the ball under control. So thank you once more if you're watching, and hope you're having fun with the commentary. And please don't forget to ask questions if you think you want to, as we're moving on to this one an important match for the Falcons of Nigeria. The nation is going to be behind them today, as everybody has been sending in their best wishes to the national team. And they haven't done bad so far. They've got a point, and they're now under attack by the Australian defense and saved by the goalkeeper, who is very much composed and comes out for everything. And she's been focused so far, and she has done extremely well for this tournament, and she has not conceded a goal, and she has saved a penalty. So she has a record so far in this tournament. She has done well, and she has proven to be one of the best. And the reason why she's been made the second captain of the team, you can now tell why. She's well composed. She's well in tune of the game. She starts the build-up, and she's taking it very slowly at her own pace. So far, It's 26 minutes gone, and Australia has been on the attack for the past 3 minutes, whilst Nigeria still sits and defends. And that's a goal kick being driven right into the goalkeeper's hand for another easy save. I think Nigeria should be very mindful of allowing all those crosses to be taken against them in their 18-yard box, which is not too safe. As we all know, um, set pieces is one of the challenges of the African teams. Nigeria just won the ball again. Now they are in attack. Oh, that's a poor pass by the Nigerian midfielder, and Australia is in possession at the moment as well. And that has been a great challenge. I think they're going to find the corner here. They are on the right corner flank of the Nigerian defense, being spread out by the Australians, coming back out of there, and a long cross to the midfield of the pitch. And are they going to drive into Nigeria's 18-yard box? That is practically what they're going to do. And a cross is being taken and blocked by the Nigerian Rashida for a corner kick awarded to Australia. Today I'm in my all green. As in Nigeria we go. So definitely we're going to see what is going to be the outcome of this other set piece. That is a corner. A corner has been given to Australia and is going to be taken by the number 19, who is going to take the corner as we speak. Yes, it's been taken, and the goalkeeper comes out and punch. Ball still in the half. Again, defended well by Nigeria. Cleared out, still in possession. A long drive being taken that goes right above the goal bar. Carpenter tried as much as she can to strike that ball hard, but missed it. So basically, that's a double header by the Nigerian defender and the Australian striker. And a swift drive of the ball right across the goalpost. And Nigeria has been awarded a goal kick. And it's going to be taken by the goalkeeper again once more. Nigeria has been defending within the past 5 minutes, and it doesn't look good so far. They should not sit back and defend. They should try as much as possible to attack the Aussies' defense, which I think is going to put them on their back feet as well. As much as they're trying to defend, they should also be able to attack. It hasn't been looking that good, but they are now in possession. I think there's a lot of water on the pitch. I don't know why the players are sleeping down that much. They have to be very mindful, because otherwise you don't want to cause some damage to yourself. Or yeah. Australia is on the attack again, and they are going to be awarded a corner kick for that attack, because Ashley defended that cross not to go in. I previously watched Ashley against um, at the WAFCON in Morocco, and she seems very exciting, and I think she's proud to be representing Nigeria. And I asked her the question, why do you represent Nigeria? She looks white anyway, by the way, and she has a mixed race background. Oh, that was a missed chance by Russell of Australia, number 16. That was a missed chance by Russell. A corner kick against set piece. Corner kick being taken right across the 6-yard box of the Nigerian defense, headed back, and Russell unfortunately wasn't able to finish it. She did, but did not hit the target. I know. Sorry, Chuku. I know you're feeling bad for not watching. And sorry also, Barry. We cannot stream it, but we can only watch it. I wish we can. And couple of the first match I actually commentated on, I tried to show some highlights of the goals, and those highlights were blocked, and the entire video was blocked at some point. So we don't want to compromise our Facebook page. I know football fans out there, are gearing to watch this match, which is very important for the continent because this is one of the last chances that the continent might have, apart from South Africa and Morocco, that are still in the competition. Morocco lost their first match 6-0, and South Africa lost their first match 2-1. Nigeria drew their first match 0-0, and Zambia has lost both match 5-0. So that's the record so far for the African countries, and Nigeria is one of the hopes that we have at this point in time. Well done, Ashley. Nicely defended by Ashley, who has been very consistent in her defense, and she has done everything possible to make sure that the Nigerian defense from her flank is tight. Nothing is coming across at all. Not even a cross. She doesn't even allow a cross to go past her. This game is an open match. Open match in the sense anybody can win it, and I think Nigeria is well composed to win it as well. They haven't been able to attack that much as they've been defeated once by Australia, and they've only played once in major tournament. This is their second major encounter, and we're yet to see any magic being performed by. Well done, Rashida. Nice defending. So Nigeria is playing well so far, and I think they've struggled on this flank. Number 12, Kanu, hasn't been much comfortable with the ball so far. She's struggling. Most of the missed passes and wrong challenges has been coming from her flank. So the Nigerian coach has to do something about it, possibly switch her play or try to bring the best out of her because she doesn't seem to be composed that much yet. She's still struggling a little bit, and the cross being taken, blocks by Kanu for a corner kick being awarded to Australia. I know, guys, it cannot be streamed for now, so you please have to bear that in mind that you can only hear the commentary. Okay, just think about listening to commentary in Africa when you're not at the pitch watching football. You feel like you're part of it. I might not be that excited that much, but guess what? A corner kick is being taken quickly. I'll try to be as excited as I want to, and being headed out by the Nigerian defense. Again, they're going to drive. Okay, it's gone wide for a goal kick being awarded to Nigeria. And thank you very much if you're watching, and please be patient because this game is not going to be streamed at all. We don't want to take no chances, like I said earlier on. So I appreciate the fact that you're taking your time to listen and watching me on screen. A goal kick is being taken by the Nigerian goalkeeper, who is the captain, right in the middle of the halfway line, cleared out by the Australian, double header by both teams, and Rashida is in control, knocks it wide, and going into attack and being fouled. Is that going to be a yellow card decision? No, I don't think so. Rashida's on the floor and got up so quickly because she wants the game to go on as. Oh, that's a foul, and that should be a yellow card. That should definitely be a yellow card. Indeed. Indeed. Let the referee knows that she should have yellow carded Glory. Glory should have taken that. I don't know what she's saying now to wait for the whistle, but that should not be too much of a problem. All right, let's patiently wait. Nigeria is going to have a set piece. A free kick is going to be taken by the. Okay, it's quickly taken, and it's driven. No, not good enough. Not good enough. They've just missed another set pieces. And Australia is on the attack right now as they are now getting close into the Nigerian 18-yard box. They're in there right now, and they're struggling. They're struggling for the ball to be. I know it's a goal kick. No, referee. That's not a corner. The referee has awarded another corner to the Aussies, and that is definitely not a corner for sure. I think the entire Nigerian team saw that, and I did myself. So that is where we are. Australia has possibly have more than 6 corners so far in the first 37 minutes of the first half been played, and another one is going to be taken again as we speak. Driven right across, saved by the goalkeeper, punched out. Another defensive blocked for the third time. Another one again, still in the 6-yard box of the Nigerian defense and kicked right over the Nigerian goal post for a goal kick. I think what the Australian team is trying to do is to have a scramble in the 18-yard box of the Nigerian defense so errors or penalties or mistakes can be made. And that hasn't happened so far. Nigeria has managed to keep them out of bay, and they are doing everything possible to make sure that didn't happen in their 18-yard box again. Another challenge, okay, a goal pass being given to the Australian goalkeeper and cleared out into the Nigerian half. Headed out again by the Nigerian defense. I want to see Nigeria more in possession in this match because that might change the game a little bit. Because they haven't been in possession for almost 10 minutes of the game. And the game has been played, yes, but Nigeria hasn't been in control, which I think they're going to be now. Rashida has changed position with Kanu. Kanu has gone to the middle, whilst Rashida is now attacking. She's doing well so far. She's trying to play the ball. Now being defended by 2 Australians. What is Ashley going to do? A foul being awarded to Nigeria. Well done, Ashley. Like I said, Ashley has done well so far. She has defended her corner very well, and I think she's doing also very well to attack. That is exactly why the coach had her on that side of the pitch so that they'll be able to do a wing back attack. That's the formation they had earlier on. They were playing 4-5-1, which means 4 defense, 5 midfield, and 2 players on the flank that will help the midfield to attack, and they have a lone striker. The lone striker is not on the pitch today, so we're playing 4-4-3-3, I think, yes. Now a set piece free kick is going to be taken, and is being taken now, driving right into the half of the. Yes, no, unfortunately. Well done, Ashley. That's a hit. Ashley strikes the ball very well, but the ball. Oh, it's the deflection from Ashley to the goal, but the ball went slightly out of target. That's an unfortunate situation. That's the first attack. Not the first one. That's just one of the first few attacks so far. So was the offside being awarded here? No, it wasn't. Okay. Right, the game is still on. 40 minutes gone of the first half, and Nigeria is now playing in the half of Australia, whilst Australia is trying very hard to defend. A throw is being awarded right at the end of the Australian half on the left flank, and that throw is quickly taken whilst Nigeria is still trying to defend. Nigeria is still in possession. No, they've lost it to Australia, but the ball is still on the half of the Australians, and they're knocking it around whilst Nigeria is still defending. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier on. Well done, Rashida. Again, twisting, turning around, and trying to take a shot. Nigeria again trying very hard to see how best they can across. Too much of a hard pass. No, she got it in control. And now across. Okay, kicked out by the Nigerian. No, Okay, the Nigerians is they are playing it all the way back and building the defense again. This is what some of the other African countries were not able to do to start the game. And when you tend to do that, you give possession, or you unfortunately that was a mispass by Ashley. Nigeria still in control, not allowing the Australians to have possession, and Rashida is still now in attack. A cross been given, defended well by the Australians, and Nigerians are closing them down so that they should not have any kind of chance to knock the ball around, which is good. Nigeria still in possession. Ashley knocking it over to Rashida, and a long pass being given to the Nigerian wing back, and it goes out of the line for a goal kick being awarded to Australia. The past 3 minutes has been good so far for Nigeria because they step up the gear and they've put Australia back on their back feet. So that is exactly what they should be doing so that Australians should not have the confidence to just bump into their own half. It gives them the caution not to go too far and not to defend as well. So both teams are playing very well so far, and we've seen both sides try to make a couple of attacks, and their attempts on goal hasn't been that great. We haven't seen much on target yet. Nigeria is in control again, knocking the ball around, still not losing it. So Australia still winning it back again, and they're trying to knock it hard as they can. And they're passing the ball comfortably, conveniently as well. And they're making sure that everybody's got the feel of the game so that it will be easy for them to have a goal for the Nigerian side. Rashida is dribbling. Is it a foul? No, referee did not give that foul. Well done, Nigeria. Sorry. Oh, that's a mishit. And a back pass has been a clearance by the Australian goalkeeper. Communication, communication, communication. Nigeria should be very mindful with their communication skills because at the moment they are tangling with each other. Why is the foul being given when the ball has been played long away from the foul situation? Come on, referee, don't make this obvious. Thank you very much for watching. We have 1 more minute to go for the first 45 minutes of the first half to be completed, away from injury time. So far, Australia is in possession and they are knocking the ball around. A long pass being driven into the Nigerian half. Defended well. And defended well again twice by the Nigerian defense. And composed, cleared out for a goal kick, for a throw to the Australian defense. Well, this has been interesting so far, and we have seen both countries performing to the best of their ability. Is the goal kick being awarded to Nigeria as the throw did not make any difference. 5 minutes of extra time being added, and we've seen extra time being overplayed in this tournament so far. But as of now, the Australian coaches are very much worried. They're worried about so many things which we possibly don't know what they are. And we are yet to see as Australia is now on the attack. Oh no! Australia are in the lead. That's the first minutes of the 5 minutes extra time awarded. Australia has taken the lead 1-0. Nigeria has finally conceived a goal. And like they said earlier on, Australia has never had a match with a goalless draw. So that record stands. And Nigeria, I was saying it earlier on, composure and carelessness, they have to be focused, which is just exactly what has happened. They have to maintain their focus, otherwise, that was a goal kick being taken and a cross and defended well. No, a miss kick, and it is a goal. It is a goal. Definitely, it is a miss pass and a careless defense by the Nigerian team. And the goalkeeper struggles to reach out to the ball, but couldn't reach out to it at all. So Nigeria is chasing one goal down, and we're yet to see what is going to happen for the second half of the match, as we are now in the extra time. 2 minutes gone of the extra time, and a foul being awarded to Nigeria. And Ford is going to be yellow carded. All right. So far, Nigeria is one down, and we are yet to see what is going to be the next move of the Nigerian team. Definitely, that's a foul. That's definitely a foul. Okay. Australia is now defending, and we've now seen flight tackles coming everywhere from the Australian midfield. That's a nice turn by the Nigerian defense. Again, no, nicely defended, and Nigeria is struggling a little bit, and that was a good move. Where's the goalkeeper? Yeah, she's out for that, and she's going to do a quick throw into the Nigerian player on the right flank. So far, Nigeria is one down, but I think they are trying very hard to keep up the pace of the attack. We're still 2 minutes to go, 1 minute to go for the first half to end, as we are now fast approaching the last minutes of the injury time, and now we have an attack and a trace being awarded to Nigeria, whilst Rashida is waiting for that throw to be taken. Unfortunately, Australia defended it well and clear it out into the Nigerian half. They're still on their half, and Nigeria is still knocking the ball around in the Australian half as they try to find an equalizer before the end of the first half is completely over. That's a long bad pass by the Nigerian midfield, and a goal kick has been awarded to Australia as we go into the last few seconds of the extra 5 minutes being given for extra time. Emily Van Egmond is the goal scorer that has taken Australia in front of this match so far. They are one up against one of the best teams in Africa, Nigeria, that hasn't conceived a goal up till this point. This is their second game that they're playing, and they're playing it against the host nation, Australia, who is now leading by 1 goal to 0. Ashley defended well, defended it for the second time with a header, and Nigeria is on the attack again. And Rashida is going to drive this right into the Australian half and strike it hard. Yes, it's an equalizer by Nigeria. They have done it again for the second time around with the number 12, who I think was struggling. Kanu has made it 1-1 each. They've equaled the score, and Nigeria is back in it again. That is what I call composure. Yes, Nigeria is back in it again at the extra seconds, few seconds of the last 5 minutes being awarded for an extra time. Well done, Kanu. Well done, Kanu. That was a nice and brilliant attack by the Nigerian team, and they've showed some amount of composure by Rashida driving it straight into the half of the 18-yard box of the Aussie and strike it hard for Kanu to finish it. So it's 1-1 Nigeria versus Australia as we are now closing in to the last few seconds of the extra 5 minutes being awarded. Well done, Kanu. Well done, Kanu. That was a brilliant finish that is going to take us to the end of the first half. which means Nigeria have equaled the score and it's 1-1. Like I said earlier on, the coach seems to be a man that is not too sure of what is happening but focus. And the Nigerian team has proven it again. The reason why they have been one of Africa's best. Well, as you know, Kanu was struggling earlier on, and I was saying that if the coach can make a switch, which exactly did happen. Kanu was struggling on the left flank, and Rashida came over to the left flank, and Kanu went into the middle as a striker. And that is how the goal came about, from Rashida to Kanu, and a goal was scored by the Nigerian striker who was struggling at the left flank. It was a good move, and I wouldn't say I predicted that, but yes, I did say that earlier on that Kanu is struggling on the left flank. I don't know whether they are going to make a switch, and eventually that switch was made, and Kanu has become the goal scorer that has opened the goal scoring opportunity for the Nigerian national team. So this game is very interesting, like I said earlier on, and we are now we are now taking a break because we've just finished the first half of the second encounter of the Nigerian national team against Australia, who is the host nation. One each, and we're yet to see miracles to happen. The second half is going to be another interesting one to come as we now look at few statistics of these two nations. Australia, of course, has a very good record against Nigeria, and they also have a very good record in the tournament so far, and they have not struggled since. And so far, so good. Um, we've seen Nigeria and their potential and ability. So we're looking at some of the chances that they have made so far and why those chances are very important. And the reason why we're looking at those chances is because um, when Nigeria is under attack, they've just showed us the goal, the replay of the goal, and also the replay of the goal that Nigeria scored. So the ball came all the way from the left flank of the Aussies, and it is not defended well at all. Definitely, it was a careless defensive error by the Nigerian team. And that is why I was saying earlier on they should be very mindful of complacency, which is what has punished them so far. And although they came back very strong, because if not for that, I think it would have been disastrous for them to end the first half of the second match in that manner. So looking at live statistics right now, I think 46% of possession has been made by the Australian team and 34 by the Nigerian National Falcons. So basically, the 20% in contest is what happens in the middle of the pitch. So it hasn't been bad so far. Goal one each, considered one each. So that's the record. Inside the penalty area, one each, and assist. Australia has had one, and we are now attempted goal is 11-3, as in Australia had 11 attempts, whilst Nigeria have 3. 2-2 on target, 2-1 on target. So basically, off targets, Nigeria had 1 and Australia 5. Inside the penalty area, 7 by the Australians and 2 by the Nigerians. And outside the penalty area, 4-1. So that's the rough statistics of the match so far. They both have received yellow cards, and they've both had 4 fouls being given to Australia and 2 for Nigeria. 1-1 each offside positions, and the ball distribution and passes, I think Australia has had 231, whilst Nigeria had 164. So the difference is not that much great, because what we've seen so far is the fact that Australia has had a lot of possession of the match, and they're still 1 each for both sides. So we have to be very careful when we come back for the second rounds, because we don't know exactly what is going to be the outcome of this particular match. The last time Nigeria was knocked out in the group stages by Australia was 2015 World Cup as Winnipeg, when Australia won 2-0 against Nigeria. So we are not definitely going to see the repeat of that, because they are now 1-1 each. And we've just ended the first half, and this is where we are. So Australia has been in good form in the international level of female football. So far, their last match that they played in 2023 was against Republic of Ireland, and that game ended up 1-0. Ireland lost, and then they also won a match against France. I think that was another friendly, and they also won a match against England, another friendly, 2-0, and they also lost to Scotland in another friendly in 2023. That is the warm-up matches before the World Cup. They also won a match against Jamaica 3-0, and that was also in 2023 in their group stages. So that's the record so far for Australia, and I think they've got one of their star player who 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 I think is injured. I think definitely she was not supposed to be part of this first rounds of the tournament. By then, she will have recovered very well to be able to participate in the next half of the tournament, provided they qualify to go to the next stages, which I think is not impossible. As a host nation, it will be very disappointing for them not to qualify into the next round of the tournament. It will just kill the whole tournament itself. But yeah, what happens if that happens? Anyway, I think many people are geared up to watch the tournament. So whether Australia goes to the next round or not, they will still be able to participate and support their team to the fullest. We've seen not much upset so far, and today is likely going to be one, but we're not too sure yet. So we're still at the halftime, and Australia is going on well, and Nigeria also is performing well as well. So it's one each for both sides, and we are looking forward to the second half of the match. Well, some quick key players that you should be looking at the Nigerian national team is Rashida, and Rashida will be playing alongside Ashiola, who is not on the pitch right now because definitely there was some rumors about an injury that she picked up. That is why she's not on the lineup. Maybe she might come in later on and perform to the best of our ability. If we have those two strikers up front, I think it will be a danger for the Australian defense. But we're yet to see what is going to happen. So Rashida plays for Atletico Madrid, and her performance so far within the past couple of years has been great. She's a very well focused player, and she has changed the game. She has changed the women's game for young Nigerian girls to be able to follow their footsteps. So that is exactly the nature of Rashida, and I think so far she has proven to be why she is playing for Atletico Madrid. And Oshola, who plays for Barcelona, is not on the pitch right now. She started off the first match, and she was the lone striker in that previous match. So it was a bit of a challenge for her to be able to score goals, even though she had support from the wing backs. But that would have been a challenge for her as well. Another key player to watch is Kai Simon, who wears the number 17 jersey. And again, she scored in her second match previous. So what is happening right now is the fact that the Nigerian team is going to regroup and come back strong for the second half of this particular tournament. So in their rankings, um, so far, I think Australia is highly ranked than the Nigerian national team, and we'll likely see some changes being made towards the second half, and we'll see exactly how Nigeria is going to be composed once they come into the second half of the match so far. And sorry, guys. I want to say thank you very much to everybody who's watching us right now, and thank you for joining us. And please send in your questions if you want to ask questions. If you want to join me on the phone, I can connect you on the phone line, and let's have a quick conversation, maybe of the civilian female national team, and we will see exactly what will happen there. So, like I said earlier on, um, and we'll wait to see what is going to happen next. Okay, thank you very much, guys. And at the moment, sorry, I'm going to do my cool duties. All right, we're waiting for the second half to kickstart. And whilst we're waiting, let me talk a little bit about Sierra Leone female football. Do I know much? Maybe, maybe not. But what we've seen so far of the Sierra Leone female football is the fact that a lot has happened, and we've seen a lot of changes that has occurred. And those changes that have occurred in the past has made things a little bit different for all the games that we've seen. The African continents have struggled a little bit within the tournament, and they have proven to be inexperienced as much as we might want them to be. And the inexperience I think that they have is not coming from anything other than the fact that the game hasn't been a professional game in Africa, and the competition level has dropped a little bit. Well, hasn't been of any form anyway. Bear with me, guys, quickly. As we're now waiting, we've just been watching highlights of the previous games that have played, and those previous games are one that definitely we cannot talk about right now. But the way things are looking, if we lost all the African teams within the first round, what we are going to do now next is to look at the other what should I say? Is to look at the other countries that have full blown African representation, to say, just like we did for the Euros. The reason why is to showcase the game within our own communities so that black girls can believe in themselves to say, yes, we can play football. And there's nothing wrong with us being female footballers. So that is why we want to encourage this game to be aired or to be talked about or to be discussed in our communities, so we can have enough young black girls who might think, oh yeah, I want to be a female footballer, and they should not be discouraged about it. So if we end up losing all the African teams that are participating in this World Cup, they will now focus on teams like Haiti, if they're still in the game, and Jamaica, if they're still playing, and a few more other countries that possibly have a huge amount of black representation. I think we'll definitely do that, because otherwise we'll now end up to follow maybe England. That's just maybe. I am not going to be 110% about that, but just maybe we'll be able to follow England, and then we'll be able to follow the other countries that have a lot of colored representation. I know for sure we're not going to be able to see that much of them in the female World Cup, but there will be some amounts of them that will still be around. Haiti, Jamaica, I think are the other two nations that carries a full 11 of black players representing those two nations. But again, like I said, we will focus on the other important games that we think we need to talk about, just about showcasing the World Cup, because the World Cup should not just end for us after losing all the African teams in the first rounds. Well, we will not, hopefully, that will happen, and we'll see exactly how best we can work on the other countries that we want to showcase. So the second half is just about to start, and Nigeria is still 1-1 each, and they are playing against Australia, who is the host nation for this tournament, as they're playing home against the Falcons of Nigeria. The second half is just about to start, and the Australians are going to kick off the second half in a minute or two, and we'll go back to talk about the match and the players and their performance and the ability for both teams to emerge as winners in this particular match. As we all know, this should be a must-win match for Nigeria. No matter what happens, they should win this match. So they should not sit back and wait for something magical to happen. Australia has been tested, and you can score against them, as they've just kicked off the second half of this particular match. And Nigeria is defending from my left to my right, whilst we're still having Nigeria to attack again for the second time. They missed past that one, and the Australian goalkeeper is either going to pick that up or start the ball around by rolling over the ball to the Australian defense that is taking her time to knock the ball around. Australia is not going to be in any hurry for this half because they might not have nothing to lose. They will have to qualify with 4 points, as Canada also have 3, and they're yet to play against Australia, and Nigeria likely has to play against Ireland. So that is how the scoreline is right now. It's 1-1, and we've just started the second half, and it's just a minute gone. Australia is on the attack, and Nigeria is defending. Nigeria, who is playing with their away kits, black and green shorts, and a shot being blocked by Rashida, who is bending down. I think that ball hits her very hard on her stomach, and the throw is being given to. That's a hard drive being taken that goes straight across the goal post for a goal kick to be taken by Ndozi. The Nigerian goalkeeper has performed well so far, even though she has conceded a goal. That was a brilliant shot. That was a brilliant shot. Slightly risen up across the bar. That was a brilliant shot by the Australian. Yes, I am. Memuna. Yes, Memuna, I am commentating the game, and that is what I only have to do for today's match. So definitely, Nigeria is attacking again, and Ashley has done very well in her corner, and Rashida too is holding on to the ball and building the defense. Building the attack for the Falcons. And they should try as much as possible not to allow the Australians to be able to knock the ball around, because that gives them the confidence to drive forward. As we are now looking at the Australians knocking the ball around in their own half, like I said, they're taking their time. They're not in any hurry. That must have been the discussion that they have had with their coach. You don't have to worry that much. You're not losing it. You're 1-1, and you've got 4 points. You've qualified, so you don't have to worry. If you have the chance, you do a counter. If you don't, just take it easy. You have nothing to lose. I think that is what Australians are doing right now. They are not in any hurry at all. Nigeria is on the attack, and oh, that's a nice drive, but goes way above the bar. Yes, we've just played about 3 minutes of the second half of the match between Australia and Nigeria. And Nigeria is playing from my left to my right, whilst a long pass has been taken to was the Nigerian goal, and a goal kick has been awarded to Nigeria. I think the goalkeeper should have come out for that one. It's too much of a chance that she has taken, and I think next time she shouldn't allow that ball to go that far before coming out. And if she had came out early, the Australian striker will have relaxed in chasing it because she knows for sure it's going to be handed over or picked up by the Nigerian goalkeeper. A long kick being taken by the Nigerian goalkeeper into the halfway line, headed out to Rashida. Rashida is on the attack again. Is he going to make a cross into the Australian defense? Yes, succeeded in doing that. And again, Kanu is far behind to challenge with a header. But the Australians are now in attack again for the first time in this match. Oh, that's a careless defense. Careless defense again by Nigeria. I hope he's not going to cost them a goal. No, he didn't. I'm not saying you should not be composed and relaxed, but you have to be very mindful and not make mistakes at this point in time. Nigeria is now on the attack. Oh, that's a careless pass by the midfielder. And I think, again, they've won it back. They've won it back to Ashley. Ashley is driving it right to Rashida. That's another careless pass by Rashida. I think Nigeria has to be very decisive with their crosses, because if you're not going to be able to make it, just go yourself. It's no need to force the play. If you cannot make it forward, bring it back. It's better to bring it back than lose it. A throw is being awarded to Australia in the half of the Nigerians. And like I said, Australians are taking their time. They are not in any hurry. Throw is quickly taken and lost by the Nigerian defense, and Australia is now on the attack. And a corner kick has been awarded to Australia. Nigerians should be very careful. They should not be complacent at all, because otherwise this game is going to cost them the tournament. So they don't want to do that. We still want them to be in the tournament, and they should try as much as possible to win this match instead of having a draw or losing it. Yes, you might be in a position of not losing a match, but that will not make you qualify. A corner has been taken straight to the goalkeeper and cleared out by Rashida. So Australians are going to start again. They're going to start all over again. And they've got a long pass to the goalkeeper. Like I said, they are not in any hurry right now. They're just taking their time to knock the ball around and delay it as much as they can, because they have nothing to lose. So Nigeria has to take the game to them because they have to win it. I don't know whether the Nigerian team is just relaxed for now, but they will pump up the volume when they get closer to the end of the second half. But I think the earlier the better. If they can make a goal now, so be it. So I think they should be pushing for everything if they can. They are now on the attack. Rashida is on the attack, and she's building up the play slowly. Kanu is going to cross. Yes, Rashida is now on the 18-yard box of the Australians and trying to cross the ball away to the flank. Yes, she won it again by a nice tackle, and a long cross being awarded, being given to, defended well by Australia. So Nigeria has to do this as much as they can. Won back again by the Nigerian defense. Lost it again to Australia. And Nigeria is putting Australia under pressure not to be able to knock the ball around. And the Australians are taking it all the way back to their own half. And it's been like this for the past 5 minutes. Yes. So far, an interesting match to watch. And we're yet to see Australia do any damage. They are now on the attack again inside the half of the Falcons. And the Falcons are defending very well. Defended very well by the Falcons, and they're knocking it around in their own half. They're building the attack once more. Unfortunately, they've lost it. Again, won it again, and they're now going to drive this one into the half of the Australians. Nice one too. And they won it again. Well done, Kanu. To Rashida. A nice try, unfortunately, way over the bar. Unlucky, Rashida. That was a good try. The Atletico Madrid star. And that was a huge miss. Rashida has done well so far, and I think she has brought some amount of changes in the attack, and she has now taken position of the left flank while Kanu is in the middle. I don't know whether Nigeria is going to make any more change, and we haven't seen the likes of Obi. Obi is another prolific Nigerian striker who hasn't been part of the squad. I don't know why, but I will find out later on. That's a nice play by the Australians and defended well by Nigeria. Blocked. No kick being awarded. No foul. I think the Australians are trying now to play for something that is going to be crucial, and VAR is not going to play any role in making a difference in this match. We hope that VAR doesn't, because like I said earlier on, it's been a challenge and it's been very difficult. So it was a foul being awarded to Nigeria in the first place because of that challenge. It was a pull back on the shoulder of the Nigerian defender while she was trying to defend the ball from the Australian. Nigeria is on the attack now, almost into the 18-yard box of Australia, and they knock it around to Rashida. A nice drive straight to the goalkeeper for a goalkeeper save. The Australian goalkeeper hasn't been challenged that much, and most of the balls that she has saved is like a back pass. So the first challenge that she has had, she lost it, and that was the equalizer of the Nigerian national team at the 11th hour of the extra time that was awarded. So she hasn't been tested that much, but we've seen the Nigerian goalkeeper being tested a lot more. Nice tackle. Nice tackle again. That's a double tackle by the Nigerian midfielder, and Australia is still in possession, and they're knocking it around. Yes, the game has been played in such a manner that I think the Australians are very much relaxed, not in a hurry, as we now see Nigeria knocking the ball around to the goalkeeper for a goal kick that was driven all the way down to, yes, a foul has been awarded to Nigeria, and the referee has called for a stretcher because she thinks that must be a serious foul against the Nigerian midfielder. So far, Nigeria has performed very well. Nigeria has performed very well, and it looks like a thigh injury or a thigh or muscle being pulled by the Nigerian midfielder who is being attended to on the pitch. Again, over her is Ashley, who just tapped her on the arm to say, "You're okay, you're cool. Let's get on with it." That is what it is happening right now, and definitely they're still showing us the goal. I don't know the reason behind it. It's just to gear up the Australian crowd so that they will be in a very high spirit. But if you're gonna show, oh, definitely yes, you have to show both goals because I was just about to say that. So this has been very interesting. Kano is just working towards the pitch again after that injury being looked at, and they're now icing the tie of the Nigerian player who is on the floor and trying to get up and have a go. Tomorrow, I think England is playing against Denmark, which is going to be another decisive match for them to qualify anyway. So far, the Super Falcons are on a high spirit, and they are looking forward to end this match in a high spirit as well. And that high spirit is what is going to make them qualify for the next round. So this is a must-win match for them, and there is not going to be any change so far because she's okay, and the team doctors are just assuring the coach that she's okay. She's going to go back on, although she's on the bench line, and definitely she's going to go back on. They're getting another player to be ready. They might have to make a change, but we're not sure whether that change is going to be possible so far, because the player that we're talking about right now is definitely going to resume her duty. Nigeria is in possession once more, and they're knocking the ball around confidently because they believe that this is the only way they can get the game going, by knocking it around and get everybody to have a feel of the game. So far, it's 1-0 each, and 59 minutes gone of the first half, and Rashida is in possession in the midfield. Is he going to drive it all the way down to the number to the flank? Yes, it is. And they are now on the attack, and definitely a foul has been awarded. No, it's gone for a goal kick in favor of the Australians. Thank you very much, James. It's a challenging good work, but what can you do? If you have to do it, you have to do it. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you, James, for that comment. I think it's very helpful. It gives me the courage to be here all the time and talk about female football. I'm passionate about female football. I think we, as a nation, we possibly haven't been giving it any attention at all. But I think if we try to give it more attention, we're creating opportunities for younger girls who possibly likely don't have much to do in civilian, and they'll be able to engage in female football. He's got his own challenges, and now Nigeria is defending against Australia almost in the 18-yard box of the Nigerian half, and is being taken all the way to the right flank, and Australia are knocking it around, and they're making it comfortable for themselves, and a header straight towards the goalkeeper. Well defense by Nigeria, and I think if they carry on like that, it will be fine, but we don't want them to be defending all the time. We want them to also attack, because attacking is what is going to give them the opportunity to win this match. So we want them to be on their toes and attack as much as they can. That was a nice header by the Australian striker, but it goes straight to the goalkeeper. The ball is in the half of the Australians, and they're knocking it around again, starting it from their defense and building the play all the way to their midfield, and they're still knocking it around in their defense. Yeah, like I was saying, female football in Sierra Leone has not been much encouraged. We don't know exactly why, but we haven't seen it played from the grassroots. And most of the girls now is an attack by the Australian. A cross is being taken right into the 6-yard box of the Nigerian defense. Australia still in possession, 1-2, and definitely Ashley is going to defend that. Yes, it's not a good header, and we see Nigeria now defending it well and trying to keep it out of their 18-yard box. They managed to do so, and the ball is back in the hands of the Australians. And a nice drive of the ball, and it goes out for a goal kick to Nigeria. Unfortunately, the Australians haven't been able to hit the target that much in this half, but what they have managed to do is to attack and attack and attack. That is a chance that you don't want to give to people. So like I said, Nigeria has made 2 changes. Hope these changes will make a difference. They brought in Kanu, has been taken out for Onomunu, and Kanu is the goal scorer, and Ashiola is in. So we're going to be faced with a challenge, as Ashiola, the Barcelona striker, is on. There was a suspicion of her injury. That's why she didn't start the match. But she's now on to create a difference. So we now have 2 star players for the Nigerian national team on the pitch. And Ashiola and Rashida has proven to be one of the best stars of this tournament. Now, Ashiola is first time on the ball. Put the Australians under pressure for a corner kick to be given to Nigeria. And it's 63 minutes gone so far in the second half. And we are now Looking forward for a set piece of the Nigerian Falcons to be taken, whilst we now have Rashida, Oshola, and few more household names on the pitch representing Nigeria. As we say, Oshola is not 110%. We can see her legs being wrapped up with bandages, so definitely she's struggling from something. The corner kick is going to be taken now and is going to be driven right into the 18 6-yard box of the Australian defense and headed out. He's still in there. Oh, yes, it's 2-1 Nigeria. Oh, no, yes, it's 2-1 Nigeria. Yes, yes, it has happened. The changes has made a lot of difference, but we have the goal scorer, or not the goal scorer, in the box inside the net, and it is a goal. Yes, she hits her head on the goal post that is on the floor, but definitely she's going to be okay as Nigeria is celebrating their second goal, and Nigeria has scored. Yes, Nigeria is 2-1 up, and the corner kick was taken, headed out again, and headed out into the box by Rashida, and the goal scorer is on the floor because she hits her head on the goalpost. And yes, oh, she was kicked on the head while she headed the ball in for a 2-1 lead to Nigeria. Yes, oh, she was hit badly on her stomach, not her head really. She was kicked on her head and she fell down whilst the goal is going in. It is a goal and Nigeria is 2-1 up. Those changes have made a difference and she's been looked after right inside the net of the Australian goal. I don't think they're going to hurry her up to get up and go. She's slowly going to be encouraged to get up because that was a big hit on the stomach, and Nigeria is 2-1 ahead. Of course, of course, of course, of course. You will know for sure. Africans all the way. There is no way we're going to be supporting against ourselves. No, definitely, man. We're going to be doing it that way. It's Africans all the way. Can you imagine a commentator running a match against an Australian team and supporting Australia, and that commentator is African? Hell no. Definitely, it's not going to happen. But we are now 2-1 up, and I think Nigeria is leading. And like I said earlier on, the introduction of Oshola and Rashida on the pitch and few more other players that have been performing very well has made a great change in the game so far. Yes, Nigeria is leading 2-1, and we are yet to see the goal scorer being treated on the goal line as the other players are regrouping and being talked to by the manager. Yes, everything seems to be fine so far. I think she'll be able to make her way back into the pitch, but she's still struggling a little bit as we have the FIFA doctors all around her making sure that she's okay. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and thank you for your comments. And as we all know, Nigeria is leading 2-1, and it's just 67 minutes of the match being played so far as we look forward to this victory. They've conceded a goal and scored 2 goals in this match so far, and definitely we're yet to see what is going to be the response of the Australian team. Like I said earlier on, they were not in any hurry, and Nigeria has to defend this now very well. So far, so good. The goalkeeper is in control, and she just received a back pass header from the Australian striker. The goal scorer is coming back on. Oeli. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, but the goal scorer is coming back on, and she is a midfield defender. The ball is now back to Rashida. Rashida has been a difference in this match so far. She has been in control. She's holding on to the play, and she's knocking it around. That was a missed pass again once more by the Nigerian defense. So far, so good. Nigeria is leading 2-1, and we are yet to see. Oh, Ashley, the ball is being driven right across her, and a free kick has been awarded to the Australian just outside the 18-yard box of the Nigerian defense from your right. Okay, the referee has awarded a free kick, and you have the Australians on the pitch, and that was a missed challenge by the Nigerian defender, and a free kick has been awarded. She's on the floor. Definitely, maybe must have pulled an hamstring, and she's seeking for assistance from the pitch doctors. And it's 69 minutes gone of the match being played so far, and we have a Nigerian defender on the floor doing the thing that Africans do. I hope you know what that means. Definitely, this game is going to be an interesting 20 minutes remaining to play, because even though the Australians were not in a hurry, but they now seems to be in a hurry. They are now desperately in a hurry to make a change. And is that change going to affect the game? Or is that change going to be one thing that is going to make a huge difference in how the Australians are going to respond to this goal down deficit that they have? We don't know yet. So let's watch and see what is going to happen as the Nigerians are now in total control of the match, whilst Australians are trailing behind with 1 goal difference. So we're yet to see what is going to happen to the player, and we now see coach getting up from his bench, looking at the pitch, and see what Ayendi is going to do. Is Ayendi going to go off the pitch and comes back on, or this is going to be a definite injury for her? We don't know yet. We hope she's fine, and we hope she recovers quickly to be able to come back and continue the defense that she has put up so far within the past 70 minutes of the match. So 70 minutes gone. I know injury time is going to be huge, possibly between 5 to 10, and the free kick is about to be taken by Australia and to be defended by the Nigerian team. The Falcons are leading 2-1, and a free kick is just right at the edge of the 18-yard box from the left corner of the Nigerian defense to be defended by the Nigerian team. It's quickly been taken, driven right across for a goal kick. Yes, thank you very much, Nigeria, and thank you for keeping it tight. They have done it so far. They conceded a goal at the 11th hour of the first half, extra time, and Nigeria equalized equally the same time that they scored against them within the first 5 minutes of the extra time that was awarded. A goal kick is being taken by the Nigerian goalkeeper, driven right in the middle of the pitch, and Nigeria is in control of it. And yes, they're having possession and they're keeping it close. Yes, it's 3-1 to Nigeria. Ashola has done it again. Ashola has done it again. Yes, we did it again. It's 3-1. Nigeria is up by 3-1. A back pass header by the Australian defense, and Ashola was there to complete the finish, and they've made it 3-1 to Nigeria. Yes, it has happened. The changes were great, and I said it earlier on, if you have those two players on the pitch, it's going to be a huge damage for the Australian defense, and it has happened. Nigeria is 3-1 up, and the midfield has been in control, and definitely they've made a difference. A volley from the midfielder to the Nigerian striker, and a back pass, composed Ashola just knock it in swiftly for a 3-1 victory to Nigeria. As we now play, the game has changed. A header back pass by the Australian defense, and composed Ashola made it 3-1 to Nigeria. There we go. We are leading by 2 goals, and Nigeria is now up 3-1 against the Aussies at home. Nice save by the goalkeeper. It was a quick cross being sent over by the Australian midfield and straight into the hands of the goalkeeper that has proven to be one of the best so far in the tournament. She has conceded 1 goal and she saved a penalty, and now her team is leading by 3-1. As we've now played 73 minutes of the match so far, Nigeria is leading. Well, I said it earlier on, this should be a must-win for the Falcons, and they have proven it to be a must-win so far. We hope it stays like that. As we all know, football is not a game that you can celebrate, even though you have about 17 more minutes to play apart from extra time. As we all know, the extra time has been way too much, and we're yet to see how Australia is going to respond to these 2 goal deficits. So we've got 74 minutes played, and Australia is on the attack whilst Nigeria is defending, and we're yet to see any errors being made by the Nigerian defense. Rashida has made a difference in this game so far. She's been able to hold on to play. She's been able to call players to come and assist while she's still defending. And we have the Nigerian team defending as best as they can to keep the goal line score as it is. So far, Australia is in control. They are now playing the ball from their halves as they're driving it all the way forward into the half of the Nigerians. And Nigeria has been composed, but they don't have to be complacent. Definitely, they don't have to be complacent because this game is not yet over until the last whistle is blown. Australia has made a long drive of the ball into the Nigerian half, headed out by the Nigerian defender, and cleared again once more by the Nigerian. Still in play. Is the corner kick being awarded to Australia as we are now going towards the 75th minute of the match being played so far. Well done, Nigeria. Off you go. Off you go to make this a victorious one for the continent. And of course, Nigeria has been the only African nation that have scored so far. We are having a change, a Nigerian change. This must definitely be a young striker that has been introduced into the game so far. The number 19 player for Nigeria is coming in to defend, whilst Ashley is switched over. Is Ashley being substituted? Yes. No, Ashley hasn't been substituted. Yes, Ashley has been substituted. Ashley Plumtree. Yes, Ashley has been substituted. Yes, Ashley is going out and to be substituted by the Nigerian defender who is coming in to replace Ashley. So definitely, Nigerians don't want to let loose of these two goals advantage that they have. So they've introduced a striker and they've also introduced a defender. So Ashley is going to take a break, and the ball is being headed out so far and challenged by the Australians, and a long defensive clearance is being taken by the Nigerian defense that keeps them at bay so far with the 2-goal difference that they're leading forward with. Ashola has made it 3-1, and we're yet to see the response of the Australian team to counter what Nigeria has done so far. Nigeria, like I said, is defending very well, but they don't have to carry on just to defend. They are leading 3-1. Yes, they have nothing to lose, but not in a match like this. Oh, that's a bad defense by Nigeria, being tackled again by the Nigerian defense, headed out by them, and another corner kick being awarded to Australia. That corner kick was defended by the Nigerian player that was just substituted. The number 19 player now defending the corner against Australia. The corner is going to be taken quickly, and it's just about to be taken now. Yes, the corner is driven wide all the way and over the bar for a goal kick awarded to Nigeria. And set pieces, we have to be very mindful of them. Very mindful of those set pieces because we cannot afford. The goalkeeper came out and indeed touched that ball, and it knocks the head of the Australian striker, and it takes it well over the crossbar. And now the Australian fans are definitely desperate to see a better result for them, especially when they're playing at home to a Nigerian team that have only conceded a goal so far in this tournament. Yes, the Australians are knocking it around again. 78 minutes gone of the match being played so far.
and Australia is in control, whilst Nigeria is defending. The Australians are now into the 18-yard box of the Nigerian defense, tackled well by the Nigerian defender, and cleared out for another challenge. Nicely done by the Nigerian midfielder that was just introduced, and the Australians are in control again, headed out by Nigeria. This is going to be like that for the next 10 minutes because definitely I don't see Nigerians trying to make any attack, but they will be defending it very well. Another defense by the Nigerian defense, and the ball is still in their 18-yard box. That's a nice cross over the bar for a goal kick being awarded to Nigeria. Mems, we only have about what I would say less than 10 minutes to go within the second half of this match so far. But that was a nice strike. We have about 10 minutes to go. We've played for 79 minutes, and definitely is going to be the most crucial 10 minutes of the Nigerian Falcons. Well, as we all know, they've managed the ball now is with Ashola. Ashola is taking it right to the flank, and is gaining it with Ashola. When she won it again, and it's been a foul being given against her. Thank you very much, Henry. Definitely, this is going to be a win-win. Win-win. We hope is going to be a win-win for the Nigerian Falcons because again, they have to make the continent proud of what they are doing so far in this tournament. Um, the last time Nigeria knocked heads with the Aussies was around 20. Was it 2005? And the corner has been awarded to the Australians again, and we are just about hit the 81 minutes almost of the match being played so far, whilst Australia is about to make a substitution. And we don't want Australia to score any goal for now that will create the tension in the defense of the Nigerian team. Vine is coming in, and there has been a substitution for the Australians, and they have tried very hard to regroup and reduce the goal score line as they are possibly taking their 10th corner or more of the match so far. There is some amount of confusion in the 18 or 6-yard box of the Nigerian defense as we have an Australian player trying to create some tension within that half. We hope it doesn't happen. The linesman is going back to her normal position while the corner kick is being taken. Yes, the corner kick is going to be taken now, and the Nigerian goalkeeper came out and punched it hard and cleared away by the Nigerian defense all the way down to the half of the Australian half, and we have the goalkeeper who is just about 10 meters away from the halfway line, and the cross is being driven all the way into the Nigerian half again for the goalkeeper to make a save. It's just like a back pass, and we have played 8 minutes more to go. The Nigerian goalkeeper is a very good ball thrower, and she doesn't really kick the ball for an outfield play to happen. So she starts it in her defense. That's a careless back pass. We have to be very careful as a team and be composed. That's another careless defense by the Nigerian team, and a throw is being awarded to Nigeria. Have to be very careful. Be very careful. Be very, very careful because it's not over yet until it's over. So let's just keep our focus. The two managers are on their toes right now as they're trying to make a difference in the game. Nigerian manager is trying to maintain the goal line, whilst the Australian manager is trying to make a difference in the goal line so that they will be able to equalize. So this match has been a challenging match so far as we yet to see Nigeria to hold on to their 2-goal difference win that is going to create a difference on the table. The way the table stands so far, if it remains the same way, it means Nigeria will be on top of Australia by goal difference. Ashola is with the ball again. And what is she going to do this time around? Is she going to have a drive on her own or cross to Rashida, who is in good combination with each other? A defensive clearance by the Australians. Back again to Rashida, who is driving it right into the half of the Australians and cleared out by the Australians. And the Australia are now in control. Again, halfway line into the box of the Nigerian midfield. And is Nigeria going to defend this well? Yes, they defended it well, and a foul is being awarded against Nigeria. Sorry, young girl, don't worry about it. We know definitely this is not going to be in your favor as much as we want it to be, but you have to be focused. That is all Nigeria needs to do right now. Just be focused. The number 19 player who was just been introduced about 5 minutes ago has been defending very well and creating a lot of upset in the midfield of the Australian midfield. So Australia is about to take the free kick right about 5 meters away or 5 yards away from the midfield line, and Nigeria is defending this free kick right in their own half, just at the edge of their 18-yard box, creating no chance. Australia has made another change. They've made another change, and they have introduced definitely another striker into this match. They are desperate. 5 minutes to go for the final 90 minutes to be played, and the free kick has been taken, and Nigeria has defended it well. And is he going for a corner? No, cleared away by the Nigerian wingback, and it goes all the way to the halfway line. The ball is still in play into the half of the Australian team. They're going to start it all over again. They're going to start the build-up from the goalkeeper as they're knocking it around in their own time. The time is not in their favor right now, because what they are doing is the fact that Nigeria has made a full recovery in their defense, and they are defending in numbers at the moment. Yes, they should not be defending in numbers. They should not take chances. But what they're doing so far is to play safe, drive it out if they have to, clear it out if they have to, and make sure that they did not conceive any more goal, as this one is driven straight to the goalkeeper, who makes a comfortable save. And the goalkeeper has been remarkable so far in this tournament. Her performance has been great. She has lived up to her expectations, and she is very much composed. That is why I think she is the captain on the pitch so far. Nigeria is still leading 3-1, and 86 minutes of the full time has been played, whilst Australia drive a gone low drive into the goalkeeper's hand. They have made a couple of shots on target, but I think that should not be good enough for them to clinch the victory here so far. The Nigerian goalkeeper has been focused on her goal line, as she has kept everything under her control to be under her control to the fullest. Nigeria is still defending, and they've just been awarded a goal. A throw in the half of the Australians. Coach seems to be a very happy man at the moment, but cautious, very much cautious, but stable. Whilst the Australian coach is actually on and off his bench, trying to see how best he can turn this game around. I don't think that is going to be possible so far, as the Australians are trailing 3-1 against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Definitely, this is going to be an interesting match to talk about. It's going to be an interesting match to watch, as we have the Super Falcons now in control of the game again, and they're knocking the ball around within the last 3 minutes of this 90 minutes yet to be played. And so far, so good. Ashola and Rashida has made a huge difference in this game, as we have Rashida now driving into the halfway line of the Australian defense. A mispass by Rashida, and the striker and the midfielder that was introduced earlier on wasn't able to have a pinch of that ball to make it a definite upset for the Australians. Yes, this is Nigeria all the way as we now go into the last 2 minutes of the 90 minutes to be played, apart from injury time being added. We don't know how much injury time is going to be added to this game as we have the Australians knocking the ball around and trying to create a space for them to drive into the Nigerian defense. It is going to be practically impossible as we have a double header by both teams in the half of the Nigerian defense. So far, so good. Australia has they're driving it very straight into the Nigerian half, but a corner has been awarded to Australia as we go into the 90th minute of the match to be played. As the corner kick is going to be taken, and Nigeria is introducing their World Cup star, former captain, number 5 defender, is just coming onto the pitch, and she holds the world record of the only African player that has played 5 World Cups so far. And that is a record being set by an African player. We now see the free kick is being taken and will finish the 90th minute of the first half, punched out by the goalkeeper, driven again to tackle and blocked by the Nigerian defense, and is definitely going to be a goal kick for Nigeria. 11 minutes of extra time being added. Wow, 11 minutes of extra time being added to this match. That is half the match. Definitely is half the match. And if you have 11 minutes of or 45 minutes, that is one third. And I don't think the Nigerians will be happy, but they don't have a choice. And there has been a lot of stoppages earlier on, so we expect that extra time to be that long. I am not surprised as Ashola just did her header to herself, and she's now driving it into the half of the Australian and tackled by the Australian defense. That was a lone striker's effort, and she did it very well because she was on her own. By the time the Nigerian supporting team players are coming, she decided to take a shot for herself. Nigeria is defending well against Australia, and the first minute of the 11 minutes has just gone, and a cross is being taken into the half of the Nigerian defense. And again, oh, thank you very much. A miss hit by the Australian way over the bar, and the coach is a very desperate man right now. Well, I would say congratulations, yet, but not to be complacent. Not to be complacent, definitely. That's a miss hit by the Australian striker, and it goes way over the bar for a goal kick to be taken. So far, so good. Nigeria is 3-1 up, and we yet to see much changes that is going to happen on this match so far. And the goalkeeper is taking a long, headed out by Rashida, and again challenged by the Nigerian midfielder who was just introduced. I'll have to find out what her name is. And Australia is on the attack again as we have played 2 minutes of the 11 minutes extra time being awarded to this particular match. Well defense. Oh, communication. Aluzi, you should pay attention to your goalkeeper now. She was coming out. What in they do you now? Make you take am easy, because today is not a joke thing. Nigeria is going to go all the way to the second round, Sabi. Yeah, sure. Okay, here we go. Another corner kick has been awarded to Australia as we are now heading to the 3rd minute of the 11 minutes extra time. Punched out for another goal kick. Nobody touches that one. It goes right across the goalkeeper in the 6-yard box of the Nigerian defense as we now facing the 3rd minute of the 11 minutes extra time that was awarded. Nigeria is looking good so far, and they haven't been complacent that much. They've just been focused on the game and making sure that they pay full attention to the Australian strikers, because Australia is throwing everything at them right now, and they have to be composed to be able to defend well. That is exactly what is happening now as Australia drive another strong ball into the Nigerian defense, and the goalkeeper came out and collected swiftly. The goalkeeper has been in control so far. I think if the communication between the goalkeeper and the players is on spot, then they will be able to possibly hold on to their victory for this particular match. Yes, my Nigeria accent is coming out now. What team we do you? I'm not saying you know the Chris. So this one is going to be okay. Nigeria is now defending again, and they are yet to defend this one and to defend it very strongly. They have to keep their composure, and they have to make sure that everything that they're doing so far is on point. That's another defensive header out of the 18-yard box of the Nigerian defense and being cleared all the way to Ashiola, that is again a lone striker, as we have Rashida playing on the right flank right now, protecting the defense of Nigeria. So she is more or less playing a midfield position wise. Yes, another save by Nigerian goalkeeper. A one-to-one header straight into the hands of the Nigerian goalkeeper that will have made things a bit difficult for Nigeria. If the goal line changes to 3-2, I think it will be a very challenging decision for the goalkeeper, and she was just standing right in front of the number 9 striker for the Australian team. No, not another goal. It's just a defense, just a defensive saves by the goalkeeper coming straight across to her from the Australian striker who missed an opportunity to close the score down to 3-2. But it's not 3-2. The game is still 3-1 to Nigeria, and Nigeria is leading whilst we are fast approaching. Another free kick is being awarded to Australia, and it's going to be like this for the next 5 minutes because we've got 5 minutes of play of the first 11 minutes of extra time being added. You want the clock to run as quickly as possible as you can. It's not another goal. No, it's still 3-1 to Nigeria, and the scoreline remains the same so far. Nigeria is leading by 3-1. A set piece is being taken right across the 6-yard box. It goes over the goal line for a goal kick awarded to Nigeria. Australians are frustrated at the moment, and they are doing everything possible to upset the Nigerian defense. Rashida is on the floor, twisting, turning. We know what the African game is like. Definitely at this point in time, they will do everything to delay the time. Well, that was a push. Definitely that was a push. That's a foul. That was a push by the Australian striker against Rashida, and she slightly managed to protect herself for the Australian player not to fall over her. Rashida is up as usual. She doesn't stay down that much. She's very fit and ready to go. Off she goes. The woman with the purple hair that has been prolific so far within the past 80, I would say within the past 90 minutes. 7 minutes gone so far. Only 4 more minutes to play for the extra injury. Ashiola is in control to Rashida, but a missed kick by the Australian midfielder, and it goes for a throw to the Nigerian team. Nigerian coach is on his toes and definitely getting ready to celebrate. As I say earlier on, a throw again is being awarded to Nigeria. We're fast approaching the end of the extra 11 minutes, and Nigeria is having a throw awarded to him in all the way closer to the 18-yard box of the Australian defense. A long throw is being taken and headed out of the 18-yard box and a long drive to the Australian striker who was not able to reach out to the ball. So far, Nigeria is leading by 3-1 as we now go into the last 3 minutes of the 11 minutes of extra time being awarded. It's a long throw be taken and headed out by the Australian midfield, and Australia is on the attack right now. A long cross into the 18-yard box and guided through by the Nigerian defender who clears it out for a throw to be taken by the Australian striker. Australia are in a hurry. A quick throw being taken back to the striker, number 9 player, who has had a couple of chances. And a corner being awarded to Australia again. 8 minutes gone, almost 9 minutes gone of the 11th minute being added to the 90 minutes of the full match being played. And Nigeria is still leading by 3-1. If it remains like this, then Nigeria is on top. The goalkeeper of Australia is coming all the way to attack this particular goal. Oh yes, they have scored. They have scored. They have scored. It's 3-2. Will it be too late? Will it be too late or not? A set piece by Nigeria. It's 3-2 to Nigeria. And the goalkeeper was a distraction for that particular goal to be scored, as the Nigerian goalkeeper came out but missed it. So it's 3-2 to Nigeria. And Nigeria has conceded another goal. Is it going to be enough? 10 minutes of the extra time being played. It's just a minute more to go. Is Nigeria going to be able to keep the goal line as it is? Is it going to be another upset for this particular tournament? Definitely, we hope not, as Nigeria is defending again in their own half, whilst we have Ashola with the ball now on her own as a lone striker trying to, yes, she won it. It's a foul being given against her, and Australia is in a hurry to get the ball going. Few more seconds to go for the first 11 minutes to finish. Is Nigeria going to be able to hold on to it? And hopefully they do, as Australia is on the attack again once more. A long drive of the ball is being taken into the half of the Nigerians. Oh yes, saves by the goalkeeper. It was very much crucial. A very crucial save by the goalkeeper. And we have 10 more seconds to go to end the match. Yes, it is 3-2 to the Falcons. And we're yet to see an upset. The 11 minutes of the extra time, 11 minutes is over. And we are now 6 seconds away for the final whistle to be blown. Is it going to be a victory for Nigeria? Yes, we have Ashola on the attack. A very long pass being taken to the goalkeeper like a back pass. How many more minutes to go? 11 minutes gone, 23 seconds on top of the 11 minutes being played. And we have Nigeria defending it again for the very last few seconds. Is it going to be an upset? A long drive is being taken straight into the hands of the Nigerian goalkeeper for another magnificent save. Is that going to be the last play of the game by the Nigerian goalkeeper, who has led her team so far to victory? Yes, it's 3-2 to Nigeria. And should that be the last kick of the game? Not yet. The game is still on play, and Nigeria is still leading by 3-2, as we're still waiting for the last whistle to be blown. 12 minutes now gone. Yes, it is over. It is over, and it is over. The Falcons have made it. They've won 3-2, and this is going to be a massive difference on the table of this particular team, of this particular group so far. Nigeria has won it. It is over. Nigeria has won it 3-2, and it has been a challenging 15-20 minutes, and the two coaches are celebrating, whilst the Australian coach is saying thank you to the Nigerian coach for a job well done. Well done, Nigeria. We have something to celebrate today, as one of the best African female team has won a match against Australia for the first time. This is possibly their second encounter, and the first one was about 2005 when Nigeria lost to Australia 2-0. They've done it again for the first time in their own history to defeat Australia in a World Cup competition being hosted by Australia themselves. It is disappointing to see that happen, and it is happy to see that happen for the continent. Yes, Nigeria has proven to be the most competent female African team so far in this tournament. They've drew one match and they've won another match against Australia, who is the host nation. So this group is going to be very tight. So far, I think Nigeria should be leading because Canada have won a match against Ireland, and also Australia has won a match against Ireland as well. Yes, Nigeria is leading the group and Canada is second. Nigeria is leading the group and Canada is second. So definitely Australia is third, and it's going to be very interesting to see what is going to be the result against Canada and Australia. It's going to be the decider, hopefully, and we know for sure Nigeria's last game is going to be with Ireland, and we expect that to be a win-win. Well, not yet, but until that happens, we don't expect Nigeria to lose to Ireland. But again, football is one that you cannot predict. Anything can happen. And if does anything happen to this match, I think we'll be able to see victory for Nigeria, and Nigeria will qualify to the knockout stages of the 2023 Female World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. We are just seeing the replay of some of the goals being scored, and we're looking at Ashiola's attack to the goal and the way she supported her teammates to be able to have a crossing. So definitely, we've done it, and we've seen Nigeria perform in such a way that you don't expect the team to perform, as we have a composed, steady-headed Ashola that made it 3-1 to Nigeria as a goal pass was headed towards the Australian goalkeeper. Again, you have to be a composed player to be able to score a goal like that. And that's what Ashola was. Very composed, very experienced, and she has proven it again. The reason why she is playing for Barcelona, and she is a two-time European club champion in the female European League in Europe. So definitely, Nigeria has proven it again for the reason why they have been Africa's best in the female competition, even though they lost their last reign to Morocco. They lost to Morocco in a very impressive manner. They lost the semi-final to Morocco in a penalty shootout, and they were playing against 11 men, whilst they were 9 in numbers. They received 2 red cards for that match, and that was a decisive moment for the Nigerian female football team as they created chances and they took Morocco right up to the end of the 90th minute, and eventually they lost by penalty shootout. So today we have seen another remarkable result for the Nigerian Falcons as they have defeated Australia 3 goals to 2. It is a very decisive last moment when Australia scored a second goal at the 11th hour of the extra time being played. So definitely that would have been another headache if the goalkeeper hasn't made that save. And thanks, Memuna, for congratulating me for this game. Yes, definitely. You don't want to commentate a game that you are in favor of the side that you expect to win and you are struggling to say positive things. So definitely, yes, sure. We look forward to the next match. I don't want it to be a stroll in the park. I want Nigeria to be composed and keep it to that level as well. Whilst they should be performing in the best way and manner. So, as we all know, we are now coming to the end of this commentating game, and Nigeria has proven to be the not the champions of Africa, but the champions of this particular tournament for the African continent. They have proven to be one of the best, and they've drew one of their matches against Canada 0-0. The goalkeeper made a penalty save, and they've won their second match against possibly the tournament's favorites, which is Australia. Like I said earlier on, I'm yet to see the other countries. I've watched some couple of highlights of few more of the games that I've played, and they have been impressive, but we don't know exactly what is going to be the encounter of the next few matches to be played against the other African nations remaining. So we still have hopes. We know for sure Zambia is totally out. They've lost 2 of their matches, and the goal difference is great. They've lost 5-0 each on those 2 matches, and we're yet to see South Africa and Morocco on their next match. I think Morocco is playing tomorrow. I'll come up with those details anytime soon and give you guys updates of when the next commentary of the next African game is going to happen. And not just saying that, what we also intend to do, if at all by any means we don't have all the African teams to go on to the next stages of the tournament, we'll be able to see what other countries we are going to feature in terms of highlighting the game so far. And what we are going to now do next is to talk about when the next African games are going to be played. So South Africa is supposed to play, I think tomorrow. Let me just cross check that quickly. Sorry, guys. Let me check out the fixtures. Yes, South Africa is supposed to be playing tomorrow. They're playing Argentina, and kickoff for that match is 1 o'clock. So that's 1 a.m. in the morning. That's not too bad. I'll be able to showcase that one. Hopefully, if we don't have a program. No, we don't have a program on Friday, so definitely we'll have a program today. Tomorrow is going to be interesting because I possibly might not be able to do that, but I'll see if that will be possible. And after that, South Africa is going to play. Um, South Africa is going to play Italy, which is going to be on the 2nd of August on their Group G match. I will be able to cover that one, I think. Yes, definitely. I will be able to cover that one. And tomorrow's match is going to be crucial. I'm not 110% sure whether I will be able to cover that, but I think I will see what best I can do. And the other match that we're going to have so far for the African countries, let me check the Morocco one and see when Morocco is going to play their next match. Morocco's next match will be against Korea Republic, which is going to be on the 30th. So that one should be roughly on Saturday or Monday, I think, or Sunday. We'll check that out anyway. And the next match is going to be played on the 3rd. And I will see whether I'll be able to cover any one of those matches for sure. And they lost to Germany 6-0. Yes. And we're now going to look at the next African games to be played. Well, of course, Zambia is out, but they still have a game to play. That will be a consolation match anyway for them because they've lost 2 of their matches. So they're going to be playing against Costa Rica, which will be on the 31st. It's 8 o'clock. And that will be a consolation match for the Zambian team. At least if they win that one, they will be able to go home happy, thinking we are not here for just to participate, but to also win. So it will be a good idea for them to win that match, even though it is going to be a consolation match being played by them, and they're possibly going to do the best to keep all their players intact. And that is it for today. Nigeria's next match is going to be played against Republic of Ireland, which will be on the 31st at 11 same time. And we're yet to see what is going to happen next. So if we look at the statistics so far and the games that have been played has proven to be challenging. Nigeria is on top of the table with 4 points, 4 goals. Was it 4 goals? Yes, 4.3 goals, four goals. And then Canada is in second place with the same amount of points and goals. Yeah, 4 points, same amount of points and goals. And Australia is third, and Republic of Ireland is at the bottom of that group. So that is a decisive group, and we've seen Nigeria topping that group at the moment. Canada is second, Australia is third with 3 points, and the Republic of Ireland has no points so far. So on the top of it, and Canada on second position is all equal. Win, draw, lost, and goal difference is all in favor of those two teams that are leading. And Zambia's Group C, Spain is leading on that group. Japan is second with a goal difference of 1 by Spain. Costa Rica is third, again with a goal difference deficit, -5, while Zambia is 10 goals, 5 goals difference with Costa Rica. Again, that record is not good so far in the tournament. They've lost 2 games, and those defeats were terrible. On Group D, we have Denmark leading that group. England is second. People's Republic of China is in third position, and Haiti is at the bottom. Again, People's Republic of China and Haiti hasn't won a match, and they've got equal amounts of scores. And the two top teams as well have 3 points each, 1 goal difference, and they've won both matches. So that position also can be shaky because we don't know exactly what is going to be the result for the next 2 games. And in Group E, you have USA leading, and Netherlands is second. Goal difference with the USA leading by 2. You have Portugal and Vietnam. Vietnam is at the bottom. Portugal has 3 points, so that particular group is also crucial because any one of those two teams on top might lose to Portugal, which means Portugal will automatically qualify and leave the other team to go down. In Group F, you have Brazil, France, Jamaica, and Panama. Jamaica is on 1 point. France is on 1 point. Brazil is on 3 points. So that group is also another crucial decider. You never know what will happen with the Jamaican team, even with the French team, and even with the Brazil team as well. None of them are stable on top of that position in Group F. In Group G, you have Sweden, Italy, South Africa, and Argentina. So South Africa still has a chance to qualify in that group. It's not yet over for them because their next match is going to be against Argentina. So if they win that match against Argentina, then their final match is going to be the decider for the group or for the team that is going to win that group. So South Africa still has a chance, even though they've lost a match. But the two teams that have won, Sweden and Italy, are also capable of losing a match to one another, which will mean South Africa has to win their next 2 matches for them to qualify in that group. And the last group H is where you have Germany, Colombia, Korea Republic, and Morocco. Morocco is at the bottom with a goal difference deficit of 4, and Korea Republic has 2 goal difference deficit, and the two teams on top of that group, Germany and Colombia, have equal scores in points, and Germany is leading by 6 goals, whilst Colombia has 2 goals in their favor. So the match they won against Morocco gave them that 6 goal lead, which gave them 4 goal difference ahead of Colombia. So that's the fixtures so far, and that's the table, and that's how the table remains to be until the next few games being played. So this time around, I want to say thank you very much to you guys, and I will see how best I will be able to come and talk about the other games. Yes, Jamaica have done well so far, and their team is doing very well, even though they haven't been performing that great. But I think their performance, I'm also impressed with two more other countries. Haiti is quite a young team, and they have proven to be very challenging against England. England struggled to win that match against Haiti. And if you watch the Haitian team, you can see how much the game has changed in their own region, and yet to be the same in the African continent. But we'll see how best Nigeria is possibly going to make us proud in this tournament. But we're not giving up on Morocco yet. We're not still giving up on South Africa because they might still make a difference as the tournament is yet to finish. We're still into the first rounds. We've got a few more games to go. By the end of next week, we'll have seen all the first round games being played, and that will be the time when certain countries will be deciding on their fate. But so far, so good. You have two definite countries who have lost the first round, which is Republic of Ireland and Zambia. There are other confirmed teams that have lost two games so far, but I think those two are the ones that I can confirm for now that they are definitely going home after their next match. So I want to say thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Thank you very much for your time and efforts, and thank you very much for your comments. Keep the comments coming for the next match. I will possibly put out a notice when the next match is going to be run by us, and we'll be able to talk a little bit about the game. So if you are interested to join me, please send us a message on the group or send us a message on Messenger, and then we'll be able to get you on board for the next match. If you are interested in any of the African matches that is remaining to be played, apart from the one tomorrow, I am not 110% sure whether I will be able to showcase that one because we have a program for tomorrow that is that is out of our control. So I'm not too sure about that one. Maybe the Saturday one I will be able to, but I have to check my diary and see whether that will be possible as well. But I will let you guys know exactly what is going to happen from now on. So I want to say thank you once more for watching. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you, Memuna, for all your comments, and I appreciate you as well. And thank you, Mem, and thank you also the guys who came from all the way from the Nigerian coast to watch this game. And I appreciate all your comments and appreciate all your supports and everything that you've done so far to make this game possible for me to be able to run this commentary and give you guys the best of my ability. I will try the best next time to make it very much more exciting. I don't know what to do next, but I will try and do something different from what I have done so far today. So thank you once more for your participation. And until next time, I say bravo once more to the Super Falcons of Nigeria, and we wish them all the best. All the best, 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 best for the last match against Republic of Ireland, which will confirm their status in the next round of the World Cup that is happening now in Australia and New Zealand. So once more, this is coming from the Sarah J Media platform in the UK, and I've been your presenter, host, commentator for this particular match today, which is going home to the continent. Thank you for watching. From me and the rest of the Sarah J Media team, I said good afternoon and goodbye.